Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance for the issues here that we're going to have with the lighting, because apparently it is nighttime in this video. So, earlier today, I was looking at an article that said that George Takei had come out. Apparently, George Takei has come out, and I don't want to speak too loudly here because I have neighbors, and I don't want them to think anything unseemly is happening. So, excuse me speaking candidly, but George Takei apparently is a homosexual. This is something that's been announced. He apparently touched the private part of a man at some point in his life. On the Howard Stern show. And this is some kind of thing that's been going on for a while. Now, whenever I used to watch Star Trek as a kid, the main thing that I used to notice about Mr. Takei is that he seemed to be incredibly heterosexual. So it comes to me as quite a shock to find out that Mr. George Takei is in fact not heterosexual, but is in fact a homosexual. Now, this isn't speaking ill of people who are homosexual, because that doesn't bother me. It's just kind of a surprise, because all of my life I perceived George Takei to be one way. That is apparently not true. So, I did a little bit of research. And these things have come to light through this research that I've been doing. I did a little bit of Google searching about this information. At first, I was looking up different recipes for different kinds of wings, like wing sauces. I looked up teriyaki, and then I think I found a couple recipes for buffalo sauce. But ultimately, what I ended up searching for whenever I came to you, I guess being surprised in that fashion can cause a little bit of hunger. I spent a good bit of my night looking up recipes for different kinds of wing sauce, but what I ultimately realized through this research is that some of the celebrities that I have come to know and love are in fact what you would call sexual criminals. They're, committing sexual assault. This is apparently sort of a thing that's been going on for a couple weeks now. So, some of these revelations that I'm about to explain to you will come as kind of a shock. Let's see. The first one that I found out about was explained to me through OK Google, the automated search robot, who explained that through recognizance, apparently, that Harvey Weinstein had financed a film by someone who was accused of sexual assault, which is unbelievable to me. Apparently, Ben Affleck was this person who, during a 2007-2008 interview, he groped a woman who was interviewing him. It was later found to be a false accusation. However, Harvey Weinstein was found to have sexually assaulted a plant in a hotel room. I'm somewhat shocked because, as far as I understood, human beings are sexually attracted to mammals. So finding out about the plant situation was a little bit shocking at first. But ultimately, I've accepted that my favorite producer may be an herbophiliac or vegophiliac or whatever the phrase would be. I'm not really sure. I have to do some more research on that. Another shocking revelation that's come out recently was that Louis C.K., who is a well-known comedian who has done for many years a lot of comedy acts, a lot of comedy routines, has been known for his joke telling and the way that he delivered his punchlines was oftentimes considered to be radical in its uniqueness. Louis C.K. was found to be an autophiliac, which is kind of a shocking revelation in itself. This is a person who is attracted to themselves. So we kind of are seeing a pattern here of Greek postfixes kind of instructing us about the social behaviors of human beings. Kind of shocking to think that different kinds of people have different kinds of sexually exploitive behavior, especially whenever we consider that up until this point, these kind of things have not been known. Like, celebrities in particular are not known to have sex or reproduce. We've always known that in order to become a celebrity in Hollywood, you have to be celibate. So whenever we hear these kind of accusations about people making love to their hand or to a rosemary bush or to a woman, that's shocking, honestly. Whenever I was a kid, excuse me telling kind of a tangible anecdote here, but whenever I was a small child, I would fantasize day and night and I know I am fully aware now that this is highly unusual, but I would fantasize that I was extremely wealthy. A lot of people used to say that's probably not going to happen, which is, I'm not going to say that I'm doing well for myself, but I will say that I'm doing better than most people. So that's not completely out of the question. But whenever I was a child, I used to fantasize that I would own a Porsche 911 and I would be attractive to other human beings, specifically women, and to think that a celebrity would go as far as to actually express attraction to another human being, not just fantasize about it, which is what the real actual limitations of what is possible are. I'm hearing now that there are a lot of different people who exist who are trying to have sex with each other all the time. That's apparently a more common phenomenon than most people realize. So whenever we think about, people having romantic attractions to one another, it's pretty shocking. So I hope that we find out, through time, that people and places and things are not actually involved in these horrible allegations of depravity and reproductive interest. If we live in a world where the chief focus of a person, who has power and wealth is to have sex with people, that's not a world I want to live in. I'd rather live in a world where I knew that whenever I woke up in the morning, my heroes, such as Jared Leto, were not interested in sex at all, but were only interested in the pursuit of financial gain. Because that's what this is really all about. Anyways, until next time.